And I see his head popping out of the ground, and then he grabbed my finger and he tried to pull my finger inside. I put this little piece of fish in front of the shell. He took the fish and he stuffed it underneath his tentacles. I held the fish close to his shell again. This time he grabbed my finger, and I think that we were both a bit surprised. So we both pulled back. This was definitely the coolest encounter that we ever had with an octopus. The second day, he actually touched my finger. This time I knew what to expect, so I didn't back off, and he pulled my finger inside. And the days after he kept doing this, he kept grabbing my finger. Maybe he was thinking, what is this small little weird tentacles? He seems very comfortable with me, and he swims up to me and he touches my hands. I went on holiday and I didn't see him the few days before. I was worried that he would not be there anymore when I came back. But when I came back, I found him. He swam up to me and he touched my foot. I was happy to see him, and I hope that was mutual. I was kind of curious if he would learn and how he would learn to do stuff, and I was wondering if he could learn to open a jar. So I started pulling the fish in a jar. Egbert jumped out of his shell and he went onto the jar. Then he pulled the lid off. I tried to see how he responds to different objects, like a conch shell or a mirror, and even my hair, but he never really responds the way that I expect. For example, he was not interested at all in the conch shell that I gave him, but he kept going up to my hand and he kept feeling my little elastic band around my wrist. There was a tree trunk on the bottom, and he swam up to me. He grabbed my hand and he tried to pull my hand towards the trunk. He seemed to be pushing the trunk up. So with my finger, I pushed against the trunk. And when I push, he swims back to the trunk and he grabbed 2 shells from underneath the trunk. Basically, I was helping him hunt, but I didn't realize I was doing it. I knew which shell he was living at the time. So I went to the shell and he came out straight away when he saw me coming up to him. So that's when I realized that he didn't really mind me being there and that he was kind of sort of excited to see me. I never went up to Egbert and touched Egbert. I offered something, I offered my hand or I offered him a fish and he swam up to me. The great thing is that it's mutual, that he comes to me. It is just always a surprise if they come up to you. And I'm very happy that he always came up to me.
Like, comment, and subscribe.